Okay, so all those things we just talked about are hardware. And hardware are things I can touch. If I can touch it, it's hardware. Now, when I say that, I'm going to make a caveat that, yes, I know I can touch the CD, which is software that's on it. No idea what that is. Just set it down. I know I ordered something. I don't know what it was. I'll open it up on it. It'll be like Christmas. It's a surprise. Oh, yay! So this is software that's on here, even though I can touch it. I really can't, right? Because this is just a CD, which is part of hardware, but on there is software. So it's basically hardware things that we can touch: motherboard, CPU, memory, video card, hard drive, optical drive, network interface, power supplies, and any add-on stuff. Stuff that we add, like our memory board, our projector, our scanners, all that stuff is stuff we can touch in this hardware. Software is the stuff that runs on hardware, and without it, this is all worthless. If I had a PC that started up and all it did was blink at me, I'd be like, woo, right? It wouldn't be anything. So I have to have my software. The most important software that we have is the operating system. You are correct, sir. OS or operating system. Without an OS, our computer is not going to do anything. We can go out and spend $300 for Microsoft Office, but if we didn't buy Microsoft Windows first, then our computer is just $300 or pockets $300 shyer with nothing to show for it. There are more operating systems than Windows. Windows is not it. One other one is Apple. There we go. Apple has its own operating system. How was that for him? So Macintosh, Apple has their own operating system. The Mac OS is a perfectly good operating system. It's very different than Windows in that it's made for specific hardware. Windows is made to run kind of on whatever you got. There are very few things that Windows will not run on. It won't run on everything, but if it's the right kind of processor, Windows is probably going to run on it. If it's not, it's very specific to things that Mac OS runs on. We'll go right up. Wait. Okay, so on OSs we got Windows. What Windows operating systems have you guys used? Name a couple. 8, okay. 7. XP. Vista. Is that it? Maybe you guys are too young to use the other ones, okay? So we also had 2000. We had ME, which is not 2000. We had 98, 98 second edition, which was like 98 on steroids. We had 95, and we had 3.1. Ready, 1, 2, 3, go? I never saw those. And then we had DOS, which is the original disk operating system. No mouse, only keyboard. Only one thing could run at a time on DOS and Windows 3.1. It looked like Windows had now, but only one thing could run. You had to close Word to open up File Manager. Okay? You could have one thing at a time. There was no multi-support. So we had I started out here. Back in 1985, I was working DOS stuff, making copies in the computer shop at university. And so then we got Windows 3.1, which we thought was so awesome because we got a mouse. Mouse just like, it was really cool. And I will tell you that I didn't have a computer that used 3.1 and a mouse until I was programming at NCR in 1989. That was my first mouse. Yeah. Okay. So then we got Windows 95, which actually gave us a little bit of multitasking. You could open up another window. And then we got Windows 98, and then 98 second edition, and then ME, which was a pile of poo. 2000, oh, I didn't give you NT, and NT in there too, which was the next technology, which is what XP was built on, and then 7, Vista, 8, Of course, Vista was initially a big bomb, but it's really not bad now. I don't know if you guys had a Vista platform. When Vista came out, we were so comfortable with 98 second edition, and then with Windows XP, it just ran. Things ran good. XP was the best, in my opinion, best operating system that Windows ever put out because it was so stable. We had so few problems if you maintained it well. But then Vista came out and it was just terrible. Now it's okay. And then we got 7, and then we got what I consider a mediocre operating system. Again, 8. Anybody have 8 at home? I've got 8 on my Windows Surface tablet, and I love it on my Windows Surface tablet because it's made for a touchscreen. It's great. It's poopy for a PC if you don't have a touchscreen. So anyways, we had all those things with Windows, and I'm not even going to embarrass myself to say I know all the Mac OS things because they've gone through a whole bunch of changes too. All their different versions of the Mac operating system, which only runs on Mac hardware. They do have versions called Hackintosh. Okay, Hackintosh is a Mac operating system that was hacked and redone to fit on work on a PC. Again, very specific PCs run Hackintosh, but the Mac OS is fine. The problem with Mac, personal opinion only, is that it's just too darn expensive. If we went out and tried to buy this same laptop you guys are using right there in a Mac version, almost always twice as much. Almost always twice as much, and the repairs likewise are just as expensive. Okay? My sister, their whole family is a Mac family. They've got the Mac Pro, and my oldest niece has, which one does she have? A Mac, it's a MacBook, 15-inch MacBook, and the screen on hers, they try to make it look prettier. Macs are pretty. I won't argue that Macs are pretty. And the top surface of theirs is just like this, but then it's covered with a piece of glass to make it look just like an iPod, kind of. It has the same rounded look and everything. It's very pretty. And her roommate dropped her laptop at school, college last year. And the whole thing is just glass. It's just all of it's spiderweb. But just like if you break your iTouch screen, it may work just fine because it's really glass over a screen. The screen is underneath that glass, and that glass has nothing to do with it. Whereas if you break this is the screen, right? This isn't covering another screen. This is the screen. So she took hers into the Apple Store to get it replaced. Now I will tell you that LCD part, I know if you broke this, is around $55, okay, for me to replace that part to do it. And so she took it to the Mac store, and the price that they gave her was, yes, $600. Okay. Now the screen's fine. The $50 part is fine. It's just a piece of glass. So I was up there this summer. I took our vacation visiting family in Massachusetts, and I saw the screen, and they're like, we're not paying $600. It works fine. Oh my God, really? It looks terrible. I would not want to run a paper through that shatter. I mean, it wasn't the worst shattering in the world, but it was spiderweb all over the screen. It wasn't great. So that same thing I bought on Amazon. You want to guess how much I paid for it? $17.95 for that part. Okay, it took me about an hour and a half to do because I've never taken apart that laptop because I wasn't gonna. It's all glued on the screen. It's not even attached by a screw or anything. It's just adhesive tape that holds that on. So you have to take a heat gun to the outside. And I wasn't going to take the chance of melting her keys, so I had to take the screen off and I had to use a heat gun. And it took me a while to get it apart and put it back together. But it was $17. It looks brand new. It's the OEM part that I bought from Amazon. I had to get all the glass off and then just peel the tape off and go, that's it. $200, or $600. That is a good, because if they did it, they're doing it all the time, and they probably did it in 30 minutes. Okay, we're going to talk more about software. We're going to talk about startup tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Friday. I got you guys tomorrow. That's all we're going to talk about is the BIOS boot sequence and how computers start up tomorrow.